From Chipley. I joined FFA when I was in 9th grade because my school in Chipley, we actually don't have a middle school chapter. But I decided to join because, like Trevor said, we were talking about all of our friends were joining. FFA was kind of the cool thing to do, so we decided to do it. And the fact that I was raised on a farm, so I was expected to join FFA and compete in those contests. But my 9th grade year, I competed in the Cree speaking competition, so when you guys are in 9th grade, I would encourage you guys to do that competition. It's my favorite. And I decided that I really did like FFA. I was able to go to state convention, and there I learned so much about FFA and what all it has in store.
Now today, we're going to do a little chapter program. We're going to go over 3 things: the FFA emblem, SMART goals, and character. Now we're going to start off with the FFA emblem. Now I see a little flip chart over to the left. What are those things? Just name them all.
Pepsi, Chevy, Apple, and Nike.
Bingo. Good job, all 4 of them. That's Pepsi, Chevy, Apple, and Nike. When you see the Pepsi logo, what do you think of?
Drink.
Think of drinks. What about Chevy logo? What do you think about that? Trucks. What about the Apple?
Computers.
Computers, iPods. What about the Nike check?
Shoes.
Exactly. See, companies, they came up with the scheme to make emblems. That way, when people see them, they know exactly what they're thinking about. And FFA, we did that too. We came up with the FFA emblem.
That's right. The same thing is true for the FFA emblem. The FFA emblem is just like these other brands and logos. In FFA, we have what's called our emblem. How many of you, when you see this emblem that's right here on my jacket, you automatically think that's FFA? You think, yeah, exactly, because that's when we see it, we think of FFA. That's what emblems are designed to do. How many of you think you know what all the different parts of the FFA emblem mean? Some of them? Yep, okay. We'll kind of go over some of those things. I'm not really sure exactly what the different symbols with Pepsi and Nike and Apple. I don't really know what those mean. Other than Apple, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. But anyways, with the FFA emblem, it has different parts, and each of them are very significant to our organization in different ways. The first one is, let me click that with the remote. Oh, you got it. Oh, cool. The first one, after we go over the 6 parts, and we'll talk about the meanings of each part. So the first one, can anybody tell me what this is?
Sunflower.
What?
Maybe a sunflower?
Okay, sunflower, that's a good guess. Anybody have any other guesses?
It's like
It's a cross section of an ear of corn. Yeah, exactly, so it's corn. Anybody know why we would have corn on our emblem? Any guesses? Do you know what else?
cattle.
Okay, cattle, maybe, that's close. Corn is actually grown in all 50 states. So why would we have a crop that's grown in all 50 states on our emblem? Unity, right? Think about unity. Corn is on our emblem because it's grown in all 50 states, and that represents the unity across the nation of FFA. So the next symbol, after we talk about cross-section of ear corn, and it represents, okay, our common interest in agriculture just because it's grown in all 50 states in America. The next one, right here, what's this one? This one's easy. It's an eagle. Why do you think we have an eagle on our emblem?
For the USA.
For the USA, very good. That's exactly right. Because we're in America, it's a national organization, and that's why we have an eagle on our emblem. That's exactly right. So the next one, the next symbol on here, we have what? The sun. It's a rising sun. That's exactly right. Why would we have a rising sun? When the sun rises, what does it mean, just in general?
Now, starts a new day.
Yeah, exactly. It starts a new day. That's exactly right. So the rising sun on our emblem is to represent a new day, a new era in agriculture, which represents the progress that we're continually trying to make. Why is progress so important in agriculture? Anybody know? Agriculture produces the food and clothing and shelter that we need, right? So it's important that we're always making progress so that we can continue to provide those things that agriculture gives us. So the next symbol, the next part of our emblem is what? Anybody know what that is?
A plow.
It's a plow, exactly. What do you think a plow would represent? This is pretty self-explanatory. Just what you think it is, probably. Plowing the land, okay. It actually, yeah, exactly. It represents labor and tillage of the soil. And it's really important that we're working hard if we're FFA members. How many of you guys are in FFA? Okay, several of you should. So, the plow represents the need to work hard. So whether it's in your math class or in FFA, when you're out in the field working or with your career development event team, It's important that we're working hard, and that's why we have a cloud on our emblem. And the next one we have is what?
An owl.
An owl. What does an owl represent?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Very good. And who is your owl in this room? Miss Barber. Very good. Miss Barber's your wise owl, stationed by the owl above the desk. Very good. Very good. Miss Barber's the owl because it's actually significant because it stands for the advisor. And why is it important that we're trying to gain knowledge and wisdom? Any guesses? Knowledge and wisdom is important so that we know and we can learn new things, right? Good. Okay, so that's why we have an owl on there. Represents knowledge and wisdom. And last but not least, we have these words. Can you read these words to me?
Agricultural education.
Agricultural education, and it says FFA in the middle. Why do we have those words? This one's really easy. You read that? Yeah, exactly. It tells us that FFA is an important part of agricultural education. The FFA emblem, as you can see, it has all these different parts